So, while cleaning out my filter bays, I was just doing bays 1 and 2. For the last 2 to 3 weeks, I've been keeping an eye on my Kactoily. There's two, it had one scale. I think I took some video ages ago, maybe last month or whenever, of him floating around in the pond, and we saw there was a couple of dodgy scales on the side of it, and I was like, I'll keep an eye on them. That dodgy scale has turned into 2 dodgy scales. And there's also something on its nose, looks like a zit. I don't know what it is. So I don't usually pull fish out the pond unless I really have to, but as well as that, I've seen a number of them flashing around, and especially OJ, who for the last 24 hours has been going a little bit nuts, to be honest, doing a lot of flashing around, like flash, 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 flash. Now I did speak to the people that supplied me with the complete pond detox, and they said, yeah, it does happen, because if this is why they tell you to put it in nice and steady and nice and slow, because yeah, it can affect the fish, can make them flick around, irritate them a little bit. So, because apparently they flick around for like 10 minutes or so, but OJ's done more than 10 minutes of flashing around. So I'm going to pull the chag, because I think I've not measured it since July 2021. July 2021 I got it, and it was 33 centimetres. I've had to write it on my hand because I forgot. 29th of July 2021, 33 centimetres. So 3 things today. We're going to pull the chag, bless it. I don't know how much you like this, but it's not been pulled for donkeys, to be honest. So we're going to put the chag into the bowl. We're going to measure it. We're going to have a look at that thing on its nose. We're going to have a look at, I've got some tamidine, some veterinarian rune and skin cleanser tamidine. We're going to put a bit of that on the scales. This worked really well when I had an issue with smudgy's scales, and then just leave it, and then also give it a quick scrape to see what's in there. So we might as well kill half a dozen birds, one, or and hopefully not fish, 1 stone. So let's do that. Now I posted a video a few weeks back of how to catch your koi in your koi pond, and I had some doubters in there that were saying, how many takes did that take then, Andy, to get that fish out? I bet it took you a while to get it the right one. Well, we're going to do it again, and I don't know how to prove I'm doing it in real time, apart from just getting this camera running, and I'll have a camera on the net, and then I'll just marry them both together in editing, and just show you in real time how it happens. It's just hope it goes as well as that time. There you go, I can't make it more real than that. But I'll give you some more hot tips at the end of this video, so watch till the very end and you'll see the little secrets I use to get the fish in the bowl. Watch at the end. So here's Mr. Chag. Let's have a quick measure first before we go anywhere. 60 centimetres. Very good. Anyways, so let's have a quick look at these things on his side. Let's get him around that way, Mr. Chag. Let's have a look at you. I think they're just little bump marks. I think they're little bump marks myself. Here it is. It's quite a strong fish, this one is, you know. So give him a scrape. If I'm around the gill area as well. That's quite a good one. Right, so put a little bit of Tamidine on these little side things here and put some propolis spray that will stick on that. Will give that little spot thing a bit of a clean up as well. I think I'm going to let it go now. And away. Right, Chag's back in the water. He'll probably be sulking for a little while now because we kind of messed with him a little bit. But yeah, 60 centimetres. That's not bad actually. So 2021 and he was 33. Now he's 60. Pretty good. Right, let's get that scrape done. Take a little bit of the scrape. That's now on the slide. Got a little drop of water. Put the glass slide on top. Let's see what we got. Please be nothing. Please, please, please be nothing. Right, on that one lone gill fluke. All on its own, not looking very healthy, which is good. So I'm going to try the scrape on the other side. Right, so folks, yes, it's happened already. We have fluke. I think it's the skin fluke because you've got the little babies inside them. There was at least 5 on the chag. And then I thought, okay, 5 on a single fish, all moving. So I pulled OJ as well, and yeah, he's got loads and loads. So hence why OJ was going nuts last night. So the plan I have to attack this monstrous parasite called fluke that bothers us every single year, like a pain in the bum, is, in fact, I was only in Steve's the other day and somebody was in there getting some treatment because they were trying to kick Fluke's ass. So what I'm going to do is, I'm not going to do this now because it's quite late on in the day. I'm going to wait till tomorrow morning and I'm going to hit the pond with a dose of potassium permanganate to strip a little bit of mucus back off the fish and prepare the pond ready for the second of Linux Pro. So we're going to go with Linux Pro, but that's going to be 24 hours after the potassium permanganate, because I want the potassium permanganate to go in, or the PP treatment to go in and prepare the pond ready for this so the fluke doesn't stand a chance. And then we're going to hammer this in and just go for the fluke, because this worked for me before, and like I said to you, the Kactoily fluke treatments have never really cut it for me. They kind of did okay, but last time I used this it was really good. But £55. Anyway, so yeah, so I have put some food in for the fish tonight because some are still looking for food. OJ's not, but some are. So I've put a little bit of food in. But even the Kahaku's got quite a lot of shadowing of mucus on the top of its head. OJ's still going nuts at the moment. Anyway, I've taken out the pond at least 8 or 10 skin flukes that the fish don't want. So they're sitting on a microscope, about to be cleaned off on a piece of glass slide, microscope slide. So that's 8 or 10 out the pond that there shouldn't be in the first place. So tomorrow morning, get PPE on. Let's go to another day. Right, another day, another dollar, and a new haircut as well. First thing this morning. So, yeah, mixed up some potassium permanganate this morning into the boiled water. Plenty of aeration in the bucket. The first lot's just going in the pond now. What I did have this morning, checked out this morning, and I never do any of this without putting the hydrogen peroxide to one side. A lot of you out there will be well aware of that. This neutralises. If all of a sudden this hydrogen peroxide starts stripping the oxygen too much out of the pond, then I can chuck this in and it'll neutralise it and save the fish. If I didn't, then the fish would die. So whenever I'm doing potassium permanganate treatment, I always literally stick around. I'm timing it from now for 4 hours. Hopefully it'll stick around 4 hours. Cleaned the filters really well last night, give them a quick rinse through this morning as well, so hopefully there's not too much waste or anything in them to stop the potassium permanganate lasting long enough. But there wasn't enough of this. I only had, this is 8 capfuls, I always write on the top, 8 capfuls of this. 6% neutralises my whole pond, literally within a minute. But I only had 4 capfuls. Do I take the chance? No, I bloomin' don't. Steve from Pencoy's not open yet fully, so I shot down to the local pharmacy and picked myself up a £2 bottle worth of 200ml of hydrogen peroxide 6%. So this will obviously now do that. So if it does hit the fan, then we'll just neutralise it real quick. So I've got 4 hours from now. Just put the rest of this stuff in and let's go. Didn't feed them last night either. Didn't feed them anything this morning either. Didn't want them creating any waste while I was doing the PP treatment. But if anybody wants to see how I do how the full thing happens when I do PP or potassium permanganate treatment in my pond, I'll leave a link somewhere at the end of this video, after I've shown you the tricks and tips of catching fish in your pond. So I'm just going to sit around now. I've got something to do in the garage that I'll keep bobbing out, and I'm going to be living with the pond now for the next up to 4 hours, just in case. Right, 24 hours later, and after the PP, and what a mess it's left. I'll show you in a minute. I hate doing PP because it basically kills a lot of stuff in there, and all the dead stuff turns to like brown stuff, and it leaves a mess behind. So I'm gonna have to clean all that off first because I don't like that. Anyway, I'll clean all the brown stuff off that the PP treatment has left behind, and then it's time to go in with a Learnex Pro. So like I say, not done this for ages. Not done this for a while, so we're going to give this a whirl. Now the way I'm going to treat with this, it says treat it and then 14 days later. No, what I'm going to do with this is I'm going to do a treatment today, and then tomorrow I'm going to do half a treatment, and then the following day after that another half treatment, because I can. So this is Corp on Lifestyle. Let's check things out so that any mistakes I make you won't, and any successes I have you'll see and be able to duplicate maybe. It's all up to you. I don't know. I'm just doing what I do and showing you what I do so you can decide what you want to do yourself. Did a little test with complete pond detox after the PP treatment, and you'll see the results of that in the complete pond detox video that I'm putting together as we speak. As soon as that's all been done, then you'll see the results of that as well. But anyway, I'm doing loads of tests, but I'm just going to clean this brown stuff off here, and then I'm going to put Learnex Pro in. Let's go. Okay, measured dose of Learnex Pro. I don't need to tell you what I've got because this is for my pond and my filters, so I just measured it out for my literage. I think it's something like 1 milliliter per 20 litres of pond water, being 50 millilitres per 1,000 litres of pond water. So, and if I remember right, last time I used this, it floated a lot. Anyway, let's stick some pond water in and see what happens. Yeah, weird this is. I'll show you what I mean. See, it's almost like it's not actually mixing. If I start mixing this about now, it kind of floats on the surface and stuff. You can mix this till the cows come home. Anyway, I'll give it a whiz. It just said pond water, not hot water. It's almost like it separates itself from the water. It sits on the surface. Anyway, let's get it mixed up. Get it in! It says stick it into the pond in bits, and I'm going to stick it in the inlet so it blows it nicely down the side of the pond and away. So, first dose of Learnex Pro is in. You can see it floating around the surface actually. It just sort of hangs around. It doesn't seem to want to dissolve into the water. But it doesn't mention anything about hot water. Might do the hot water thing on the next one and see what happens. It just said pond water, just to see if I can get the rest to mix in. But anyway, give it another 24 hours, I'll do another half dose. Then 24 hours after that, another half dose. And fingers crossed that cures our little fluke issue. Because if you don't, this video is going to be blooming long. Get to another day. Straight into day 2 of the Learnex Pro treatment for fluke. To be honest, I've just got up this morning and everybody's swimming around a little bit better than they were yesterday. You know, you kind of know your fish when they're swimming, doing what they should be doing. And everybody seems a bit calmer today. There's no kind of hiding away. It seems a little bit better. The mucousy stuff on top of the kohaku and there was another fish in there. Anyway, that seems to have halved overnight. So whether this is doing its business now, and because there's less parasite in there, that the fish is starting to reduce its mucus naturally because it doesn't really need it because it's not trying to protect itself anymore. I don't know. So anyway, so still not at the window. So I'm still going to go with the 3-day full dose yesterday, today half dose, tomorrow half dose, and then I reckon we're going to be back to normal with sorted out once and for all with fluke. Half dose going in. Now this time as well, I've put some, I'm using hot water, well the hot water, very, very warm water, to see if it'll mix up better. Let's have a look. My special mixing stick. Now it's still the same look. That's probably made it worse actually. Right, now so I'm going to fill the bucket rest with the pond water and then go from there. There we go, full pond water. Right, so I'm going to get this spread evenly over the pond. Tomorrow the same thing. I won't video tomorrow unless there's anything drastic to show you tomorrow. But I think tomorrow's just going to be another half dose. And then the following day, it all should be done. And I'll just video the results. And fingers crossed, we have no more fluke in my pond, just with doing this one lot instead of going week after week after week after week of dealing with, like I did last year, with the other products that I'm not using this year. Different products. So I'm going to get this in, and then fingers crossed the next time you hear from me, it's all good news. Cheers.
24 hours later.
So let's recap, because I thought I'd show you the last day of the treatment, because we've started this journey, so we might as well see it to the end. So a quick recap. So took Chag out because of things on side and zit. Found fluke, only a couple. Found lots on OJ. So I got fluke in pond. PP'd pond following morning, 3 hours. Following day, little bit of a water change. Then hit the pond with full dose of Learnex Pro. Following day, hit the pond again with half a dose of Learnex Pro, and now we're on day 3, which is the 3rd day of Learnex Pro with another half dose of a dose, which is here. Now obviously I don't need to tell you what the doses are because your pond's different than mine, so. But anyway, so this is what I'm doing in my pond this time round. It's really weird, this stuff, you know, when it hits your water. Anyway, it does, you know when I said it sticks on the surface, it does eventually dissolve into the water. So worry not too much. And I need to speed up a little bit because it's about to rain on me. It's given out rain earlier on and I need to get round quick. So let's get a mixing stick. So if you do use your Lurnex Pro, don't be too concerned that it's like really separates in your water, because it doesn't matter. I remember back when I used it about 3 years ago that it did the same then, and I kind of worried a little bit about it, thinking I'd done something wrong, but you haven't, don't worry about it. Especially if any of you have got those drill mixers. I've seen people using drill mixers. I'll never try that, I ain't got one of them. So this is the using the PP before the Lurnex Pro is something new that I've not done before, and I thought I'd give that a whirl because I've seen others do it in the past. We're here, every day's a school day, can't knock it till you've tried it. So let's get this in, and that'll be it for the treatment then. Again, this is one of those treatments that says I'll start again. I'm trying to rush because it's about to rain. Again, this is one of those treatments that says that don't be too concerned if your fish start flashing when you put it in, because that's what it is. Because all of a sudden it affects the parasite that's on the fish, and the parasite goes a bit nuts and makes the fish go a bit crackers because it's on the fish. But I haven't seen any major flashings around. I did see on the first day I put it in, and I've seen no flashings since I've started this treatment. So fingers crossed. I'm about to go away and do some filming abroad, so I'm going to just watch this from a distance using my Kactoily water monitors. I found the TDS has gone up a little bit since I've been playing around putting these treatments in. So I think when I come back from filming, stop tapping the thing. I think when I come back from the filming abroad, I will finish this video then and get it released as soon as possible. So there you go. I'll see you when I get back. So, just got back from a few days away doing something else that you'll probably see in a future video on my other channel, actually. Yeah, the other channel, you'll see that. I'll leave the link in the description below. Have a second channel, go and check it out. Been away for a week. Others were looking after the pond, or just keeping an eye on the pond. I just said, don't feed, you know, let them just settle down. I've done these treatments now, just let them have a week of doing nothing. Don't chuck any food in, because I don't want any ammonia spikes, especially at this time of year when, you know, it's warm in the day but it's cold at night. So none of that. Just let them just get on with stuff on their own. And no flashes were seen. I've just spent a couple of hours now, I've got back, and no flashing whatsoever. All the fish are active, nobody's in the corner, nobody's sitting with the fish with the fins clamped. So for me, standing here now, I think it's a success. But because it's like I say, it's a week. Maybe it's usually a couple of weeks after you put the treatment in. But I ain't got a couple of weeks. I can only tell you what happened to date. So obviously, if the fluke come back, you'll be the first people to hear all about it. Oh, by the way, I did this short thing. I can see the pub from here. I was in Lud's Church, down near the River Dane, just before Buxton. You know, it's over that direction. The Roaches, you got these big rocks called the Roaches down near a place called Leek. That's where I was walking. I can see the pub from here. And I released another one earlier on when I was where I was. I'll release the answer to that one in a future video. So if you really enjoyed the video, please, it makes all the difference if you subscribe, like, share, ding the bell for notification, click the like. Then the algorithm goes, oh, you're doing pretty good. Let's get you out to other people. Thanks very much for watching. Koi Pond Lifestyle. Right, Chag, remember what we said in rehearsals? I'm coming for you, okay? So you stick around. The net will come in, you follow the net, straight into the bowl. Everybody thinks it's all hunky and smooth, yeah? Don't forget, yeah? I'll see you later.